It's crucial to design your Shopify store with a strategic approach to engage and convert visitors into loyal customers. To help you craft a compelling Shopify experience, I've compiled a list of 6 must-have sections for every Shopify store. These sections will not only enhance user engagement, but also boost trust and credibility, ultimately leading to increased sales. Coming in number 1 is a reviews, user-generated content, or social proof. So it's sort of a combination of the 3. And the power of customer reviews and user-generated content cannot be overstated. Potential buyers often seek validation from others before making a purchase. I do this all the time. And integrating a section on your product pages that displays genuine customer reviews, ratings, user-generated content can actually significantly influence the buying decisions. And not only on the product page, but also homepage, collection page. There's a lot of other pages where you can actually include and insert reviews. Now, this social proof showcases that real people have actually used, purchased, enjoyed your products, and this builds trust, reducing uncertainty for those new customers coming in. Nobody wants to be sort of that first person to buy your product and be sort of the guinea pig, right? They want to know that your product is established and you have people actually, happy customers coming in here. So I've done this a few separate different ways in the past. Obviously, having a good reviews app is bar none what you need to have. But if you don't get the reviews that you need for certain products, then having a section, more of a permanent section that displays some of these reviews is going to be absolutely crucial. We've done this in a few of our other videos, but just to kind of show you real quick. Now here we have Dawn, and if I scroll right here within the homepage, we have this multi-column section. This multi-column section, it's amazing because you can use it for a lot of different things. Now, one of the things that you could use it for is just to write in some reviews from customers. And obviously it's not gonna be, I would say, like super legitimate, right? Because you're not using a dedicated app like Trustpilot or Luke's, Judge Me, but trying to showcase and highlight some of the things that customers have said about your store, maybe some of your products. So these reviews right here that are, I guess, more permanent type of reviews, I wouldn't necessarily make them more product specific, but more just like general specific. So maybe if you have some reviews that talk about more the shipping experience or the unboxing experience or how quickly or customer service, any of those things, those are gonna be crucial to include right within here. This multi-column section just allows you to do that, right? At the very top, in the heading of the column, you can put the name of the person, or you can come up with a little title for that particular review, have the review right here, have the name of the person right underneath, where they came from, and very easily you can create something that looks pretty good, pretty decent, and it's one of those sections that, again, super crucial to have right within here. Now, beyond just reviews, you could also have, for example, I have a Adore Me up right here, and if I scroll down to the bottom here, they don't necessarily have actual reviews, but they have actual publications like BuzzFeed, Glamour, New York Post, who have talked about them, and they highlight it right here towards the bottom. Very similar to the multi-column section, right? It's still a multi-column section, it has a little bit of a scroll, but it has the logo, it has a little bit of a snippet of the nice thing that they said about this brand. In addition to this, that user-generated content, I've talked about this app before in one of my previous videos, but Gander, for some reason I can't open the preview right now, but I can show you this preview right here where in the product page, you actually have the opportunity to include user-generated videos right within here. So at a glance, you can actually see other people wearing and using the product in a video format, which is what everyone's used to nowadays, right? Just TikTok scrolling, seeing the actual product. So yeah, if you don't know about this app, Gander, very powerful when it comes to user-generated content in the product page. Now, the second must-have section is a shipping and returns on the product page. So transparency and shipping and return policies is key to having positive customer experience. So by providing the clear information about shipping costs, estimated delivery times, return procedures, right here on the product page, you eliminate potential surprises and actually give the customers the confidence to proceed with the purchase. Remember, seamless post-purchase experiences encourage repeat businesses. So as long as they know what's gonna happen afterwards, you're gonna encourage them to actually go and follow through with it. Someone that does a really good job with this is Majuri. They're a jewelry company, but right here within their product page, they have sort of the highlights, right? Free shipping on orders over 75, free 30-day returns. You can actually click on it and it opens up the drawer to show you more information right within here. Now, something that I would maybe expand on is the actual more of the bullet points, because if I click learn more, then I'll be taken to another page where I can get distracted and blah, blah, blah. So what you really want is to have the gist of it right within here within this page, which they do, right? They have the free shipping on orders over 75 and free 30-day returns. They can click on it and get a little bit more information right within here. Another brand that's doing it really well, Auglist. If you scroll down here, and this is something that I actually recommend a lot in all of my stores, is these sort of drop down, or sometimes they're called accordion sections, right here within the product page, where you can just very easily click on it and you can see all the necessary information that you need to know about shipping and returns, processing times, etc. Now, you do have the policy pages, you know, full on with all the verbiage, all the legal stuff right within there, and that's fine. But right here within the product page, this section is absolutely crucial in order for the customer to be knowing exactly what needs to happen next. All right, coming up number 3, you thought I wasn't gonna talk about this, but the hero banner. This is the first thing visitors see when they land on your store. It's your opportunity to make a strong first impression and communicate your brand's identity, value proposition. So you want to make sure that you're using high quality imagery and concise, compelling copy that resonates with your target audience. Whether you're promoting a sale, maybe you're showcasing your best sellers, or maybe you're conveying your brand story, the hero banner sets the tone for the entire shopping journey. Something that I do recommend is actually switching this out. I would say at a minimum at a monthly basis, right? You're switching it out as new product comes in, maybe new collections, maybe you want to talk about the brand, best sellers. There's a million things that you can do with this hero banners. And I think a brand that does a really well job with this, and we talked about them a lot, is Pink Lily. Right now they have Stay Spooky collection, shop now. Again, really good high quality imagery. It's a nice graphic that incorporates some of their fonts and some of the colors that they use throughout the store. Right now they're actually pointing people to an actual collection. They do a lot of sales too, where they completely change this and make it into more of a sale graphic. And if you come here after watching this video, you'll see that this banner is not here anymore. There's probably gonna be something completely different. They change this quite often. I would say maybe more so than the one time a month that I'm talking about. I would say maybe it's every week or every other week, they're changing and updating the banner here on their homepage. Super, super important. A couple other things here is making the whole thing clickable. So as you can see, navigating through this whole thing is clickable, even though they have that shop now button, which is super important to have that call to action button, but making the whole thing clickable is going to be very, very good. Lastly, something else that I would recommend with the hero banners is to make sure that you have 2 versions, one version for desktop and the other version for mobile. To some extent, you're at the mercy of the theme. So if your theme doesn't provide you the desktop and mobile version, maybe you should try checking out a different theme. Hey, I just want to say, if you're liking so far the content, make sure that you hit like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. All right, so this next one doesn't get talked about enough, and that is the collection description. So each collection on your Shopify store should have a descriptive, engaging introduction to it. This blurb is going to provide context for the products within that collection and actually help customers navigate your store more effectively. It'll also help with SEO a lot. Utilizing this section to explain the collection, you can highlight benefits, you can create a sense of excitement for it. This is actually going to entice visitors to explore maybe a little bit further, discover other products maybe right within that description that align with their needs and preferences. Something that I do recommend with the description of your collection is to make sure that you include it at the bottom of your collection page. Now, an example of this, Red Dress Boutique, which I think they've sort of rebranded a little bit to just Red Dress. If I go to, for example, this collection here, All Dresses, as you see, is very clean in terms of, I just see the name of the collection, so I know exactly where I'm at, and I go directly into products, which is my recommended stance here. And then when you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see the actual description of this collection. And again, this one actually has some other links right within the description, which helps with SEO, which helps with search engines. So linking different things and making sure that you're descriptive about the actual collection is super, super important, super crucial. And having it here at the bottom is something that it doesn't interfere with the flow and the shopping experience of the customer. It's still there present for them, but it's maybe a little bit sort of out of the way, right? Which is the recommended thing to do here. Oh yeah, before I forget, if I know we're talking about all these things and all these sections that you want to have on your store, but if you don't want to do any of them, then we actually offer the website VIP day where we can build your whole store in just one day. If you're interested, check the link below. Now, the next section is what I call the confidence booster section. Is usually a 3-column section that talks about either how you handle business or talks about maybe more brand values, all mixed within those 3. Sometimes you could even have 4 or 5 columns within this section. This section is very comprehensive. So it could have things like free shipping. So you can highlight that your customers can enjoy maybe free shipping with a strong incentive that can boost conversion rates. You can talk about returns. So if you have a really good, transparent, 30-day, no questions asked return policy, that would be something to talk about here. Brand values, so you can share something unique about your brand. Maybe you give out to charity, maybe you have eco-friendly practices, maybe you talk about community involvement, or maybe the fact that you're local from Tucson, Arizona. I don't know. Today's customers are drawn to brands that actually align with their values. So making this whole section about how you handle business or about how you connect with customers is going to be absolutely crucial. Now, a brand that's doing this really, really well is Chubbies. If you scroll all the way to the bottom here within the Chubbies homepage, you'll see that they talk about the fact that they're available in stores. They talk about free shipping. They talk about secure payments, which is whatever, free returns, and then the fact that they support mental health. All these things at a glance help the customer align with the brand. And it's one of those things where, yeah, you may talk about free shipping on the product page, you may talk about it on the announcement, but you need those multiple touch points for the customer to sort of recognize like, oh yeah, they do offer free shipping on orders over 50, right? So multiple touch points up sort of the same message, it's okay to have right along different sections within your store. Now, this section, we've actually built it multiple times on multiple videos, but if you want to check that out, you can go to that video right here, and it will show you how to do it on the Dawn theme. There are other themes out there that actually have it built in, which is a little bit nicer. You can actually have the icon, and it just looks a lot better. Now, the last section that I recommend everyone to have is a email list or newsletter section, a dedicated newsletter section. Email marketing still remains a very powerful tool for nurturing customer relationships and actually driving a lot of sales. So you want to invite visitors to subscribe to your newsletter, or I feel like even newsletter, the word newsletter is a little bit outdated, so I say email list, by placing a subscription form in a prominent position on your store and making it not just on the homepage or the front, like everywhere. So you want to make sure that you offer also an incentive, such as exclusive discount, maybe early access to promotions. You want to encourage actual people to sign up. You don't want to leave, and I talk about this a lot, you don't want to leave the generic text that comes with your theme. Being in an email list can keep customers informed about new products, upcoming sales, relevant content, keeping your brand top of mind. So not every email that you send is going to make sales, but is going to stay relevant and top of mind for your customers. Now, I think a lot of brands are already doing this, and they have a good section. So even right here, Chubbies, we can see this section right here within the footer. Now, something that I'm going to highly encourage you to do is make sure that section is present on every single page of your website. So this is one of those sections that I want to see everywhere. And in order to do that, I actually have the Aurora theme installed right here on my Totally 90s Kid test account. And the reason why I love Aurora is the fact that they're using Shopify's grouping sections. So as you can see here on the left hand side, I have the header group, I have the aside group, I have the template of the actual page that I'm looking at, and then I have the footer group. The great thing about these is that these groups sort of stay within all the rest of the pages. So right here within the footer group, I can actually add a section to be, I believe there's a newsletter one. Yes. So I can add this newsletter section right here within the footer. So it's sort of glued together with the footer, so it follows the footer on every single page, which is exactly what I want for this newsletter section. At times, themes have the ability for you to add a section just within the template area, where that means that you have to add it to this page, and then you have to add it again to the other page, and then you have to add it again to the next page. By using these groups, it's gonna be absolutely crucial because you only do it once and it follows you within all the other pages. Now within here, within this newsletter section, all you have to do is just put in the relevant information. I always like to do an incentive, like for first-time customers. So new customers enjoy a 15-20% off, maybe even try a 17.5%. I don't know, do something weird and crazy that catches people's attention. And then the next thing is just to change that subscribe to give me the discount, give me the coupon, reveal code. Again, you want to make sure that this newsletter section is a little bit more actionable, and not make it seem like, yeah, you're subscribing to like a newsletter that you're going to receive 6 emails every single week, right? You want to be just kind of chill and mellow about it. You're still going to send 6 emails a week, but you want them to get that incentive right away. And by the way, Aurora is amazing. If you haven't checked them out, go check it out on the Shopify theme store. So these 6 essential sections can transform your Shopify store from just mere product listing to actually captivating and make it trustworthy for shoppers. But you shouldn't stop here. I want you to make sure that you check out this next video on what I consider the perfect product page.